Hey, this thing on?
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is Agent 6075. It's been a second since I've done a video. Kind of been all over the place. I've said this before and I have to say it again. Just kind of in a weird place. I don't know what to do with gaming videos wise, so I've been concentrating a lot more on tech, which is exactly what this video is going to be. We are going to check out the Xiaomi 11t Pro. Now, I've had this phone for quite a while. I've had it since December 17th, so this will be a 2-month review, whether it's worth it, whatever, 2 months in, this sort of that. And I will be making a second video going through the camera, its features and everything. So in this video, I'll just be showing you guys what the cameras look like. Well, sort of, a little bit, but not complete. Starting with the specs. The phone, the Xiaomi, this is the Pro edition, by the way. I have it in blue. I think it's like crystalline blue or some shit, I don't remember. But this is the highest spec version of it. It has a Snapdragon 888G with an Adreno 660 GPU. Pretty fucking powerful. It has 8 GB of RAM and 256 GB worth of storage, which is a huge upgrade from my old phone, which had 64 gigs. I was on the edge of complete storage literally the entire time. It was a huge pain in the ass. Don't ask about it. Anyway, moving on, it does come with dual SIM. By the way, I forgot to mention that the Snapdragon 888 is the 5G edition, so 5G is a thing for you. You're good. You're good. It comes with an AMOLED 120Hz panel from Samsung, if I'm not wrong, and it has a maximum brightness of 1000 nits, which in everyday use I found to be perfectly fine. It's really good for just in Qatar. It's working fine, so it's probably going to work everywhere else. It is protected with Corning Gorilla Glass Victus, so you know it's one of the most powerful ones. I have a screen protector on it right now, and it's already broken. The screen protector. I mean, I've had it for literally like 4 days or something. Already broken. As for security, it has the fingerprint sensor built into the power button, which is, well, my favorite way of putting power button. Under display power button scanners are perfectly fine, but I don't know, it's just more comfortable to use the power button as your thumbprint sensor, especially since it is relatively a lot more faster than under display fingerprint sensors. It comes built in with Android 11 and MIUI 12.5, but it is said that updates will be there for 3 more years, so maybe Android 12, 13, and 14. So hopefully we get that much. Android 12 hasn't released as I'm making the video, so I don't know. There isn't a memory card slot, so you can't do additional storage. You gotta leave it at the maximum 256 that my model came with. Moving on to the speakers, it has dual stereo speakers on the top and the bottom, specially outfitted by Harman Kardon. And if I'm being honest, the audio is really great. I'll play a clip for you right now.
Explore the hardware of the Steam Deck. That includes thermals, battery life, and even performance in an assortment of Valve-approved titles that range from "this is a great experience" to "I am really surprised they wanted us to talk about this."
The audio feels great, the bass, the totality of it all, it's perfectly fine for me. Sorry if the audio is a bit, you might not be able to get the entire experience in the video clip I just showed you, because that was recorded using the mic on my camera, which isn't necessarily the best, but it does what it can, you know. Moving on to charging, this is one of the biggest gimmicks of this phone, and I absolutely love it. It comes with a huge chungus of a charger. Let me take it here. I have it right here. Hold up. I don't want to accidentally disconnect something. It comes with this bad boy. It's a 120 watt charger. Yeah, you heard me. 120 watts, not 30 watts, not 20 watts, not 71, 120 watts. This thing's heavy as fuck too, because at least 200 to 400 grams. I guarantee it. Right? Wait, no. At least 150 to 200 grams. I can't tell weights, so there's that, but this is a chungus of a charger, and it gets the phone from 0 to 100% in 17 minutes. That's the gimmick that Xiaomi says. I've found closer to be between like 18 to 20 minutes in my testing or whatever, but it is still a sick way of charging your phone really quick. I'm not going to recommend using the 120 watt charger all the time, because as Xiaomi says, I mean, as you know, most lithium based batteries, they tend to lose its the way of like holding in the power if you keep charging them more. So Xiaomi says they've fixed this by doing 800 charge cycles, which is better than the average 500 charge cycles on most phones before deterioration starts. But, well, I can't really test that. I don't have the equipment, and I'm not smart enough to do that either. So I would not recommend using it all the time, but suppose you wake up at 12 in the morning and you see you forgot to plug the phone in, and you gotta charge it real quick, you know. Plug it in the 120 watt charger, 5 minutes, you have 5 minutes to leave, you're good to go. You get a couple of, what, 30-50% charge? Not 50, more like, I don't know, 25-30% more. So if you have like a good 10 minutes, you don't even worry about it. You can charge your phone up and get on whatever it is you're going to. So that's a really cool thing. Oh, it's Type-C, by the way. It comes with a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, which has lasted me an entire day. And for me, it's a huge thing because I'm on my phone 24/7. Even if I'm in front of the computer, I might be doing something else on my phone. If I'm outside, I'm on my phone. I use data all the time, and it has lasted me a day, maybe even like until, because there are days I've gone out with only like 80%, and it lasted me the entire day. So it's perfectly fine. Unfortunately, it doesn't have wireless charging, which sucks for a few people, I guess, but it's not a downside for me because first off, I probably wouldn't use it. And wireless charging isn't necessarily that dependable. Like the most you might get is like 7-watt charging, which isn't the greatest. So I'm not the biggest fan of wireless charging, as you can tell. So it's not really a con for me, but for some others, it might be a problem. Now, moving on to the camera. This is a beast of a camera, but the design is said to be inspired from old videography cameras. At least that's what Xiaomi says. I just remember watching a video about it. Moving on to the spec sheet of the camera, it has a 108 megapixel main sensor, which is huge, by the way. It has an 8 megapixel ultra wide, huge downgrade, you know. A 5 megapixel telephoto camera, a telephoto macro lens, which impressive. You gotta wait for the camera review. Maybe I'll put a few photos in here for you guys to check out, but you gotta wait for the full video for me to show you the extremities that this phone's camera set is capable of. The main camera, the back camera that I was talking about, is capable of 4K 60 FPS video recording native, and 8K, which is 4K upscaled, 8K 30 FPS, and well, 1080p 60 FPS, obviously. Unfortunately, it does not have optical image stabilization. It only has gyro EIS, which, well, kind of a downgrade because I'm pretty sure the 10T Pro had optical image stabilization. So that's a bit wonky at times, but other than that, the camera set is incredible, and I cannot wait to show you guys all of it in the camera review that I'll have. Maybe it'll come right after this video, or it'll be a week later because I still haven't finished shooting with all the lenses. I have to do nighttime photography, all that stuff. I gotta work that out. Moving on to the selfie camera, it is a 16 megapixel sensor. It is where it is. It is a punch hole camera, and it is capable of 1080p 60 FPS video, which, well, it's fine. I rarely use the selfie cam for anything other than maybe Instagram stories, maybe a TikTok or two, but nothing more, so it's not a big deal. The back camera is what I want, and I would be recording this video with the phone if I didn't want to, like, you know, show you guys the phone every second or two. Also, I forgot to mention, out of the box, the phone does come with the flimsy case, you know, as usual with most Chinese brands. And to the price of this phone, it's kind of weird because Xiaomi has different price points all over the world. I pre-ordered the phone, so I got it for 2,300 reals. But in the US on Amazon, it says anywhere between $550 to $600. So it is basically a mid-range flagship level phone, I guess. This is like the flagship of the mid-range phones. That's, you know, it's funny that $600, $700 phones are now mid-range, and they're phones ranging from $1,000 to $2,000, which are considered as the actual flagships. Oh, how things have changed since the days of the Nokia and 17 and shit. I do recommend you check this phone out, and I'm pretty sure the price must have dropped by now. I think I saw it on sale for like 1,800-ish, maybe somewhere. But the thing is, this is probably due to Xiaomi's whole thing where they give the price lesser if you buy it earlier on, you know, before, if you pre-order it, or like you buy it in 3 days when it's released, like $50 cheaper. So it's really what I recommend you do when getting a Xiaomi device. When it's a phone, you get it like on release or like a few days before you just pre-order. You get it at a cheaper price. Quick life hack for you. So it is a great flagship level phone at a very mid-range price point-ish, and I recommend you guys pick it up. I fucking love it, dude. It is amazing for cinematography. Not the best at photos, but it's made more, like the whole team they had while releasing it was calling it the Cinemagic phone. So it's not gonna break your bank, and it's a pretty almost flagship level phone. So that's about it. I hope you guys liked the video. Be sure to use code 6075 at store974 for 3% off your next order. Be sure to use code 6075 in the Fortnite shop, hashtag Epic Partner. That's about it. Stay tuned for the next video where I go in depth with the camera, everything. 2 months of having this phone, it has been great to me. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. With all that said, this is Agent 6075 signing off. Have a good one.